want it. So let me buy it. I don't know why it's not. Where's my machine? Give me 1 second. I'll go without it. I'll get it later.
All right, colleagues, good morning. I would like to call to order the Employees Retirement System of the Government of the Virgin Islands. Regular meeting of the Board of Trustees for Thursday, June 20th, 2019 to order. Roll call, please.
Trustee Callwood.
Present.
Gwen.
Excuse.
Trustee Liger.
Yeah.
Trustee Maynard. Maynard is calling me now. Can I answer? I
Yes.
don't know what he's. Good morning, sir. Okay, well, it has been called. Did I mark you absent, excuse late?
Morning.
Good morning.
It's fine. Okay, the number is 888 278 0296. And the code, and the code is 720 3249 pound. Pound. Pound sign. Now, when you, before you call, let me know because I would have to dial in to put in the
Turn it down. Take off your jacket.
Okay?
Yeah, you got fixed.
So then I'll mark you absent first. Thank you.
This is Africa material. I don't know.
Trustee Maynard wants to mark absent. He said he has a pressing issue, but he may call in if he's complete. So I'll mark him absent.
So he waits 5 minutes to say that?
Trustee McDonald,
Here.
Trustee Smith,
Present.
Chairman Callender,
Present.
Chair 5 present, 1 absent, 1 excused.
Thank you. Give a quorum. Comments and suggestions from retirees. Is there any retiree on St. Croix?
No, we have a reporter from Avis there.
Okay. All right. It's done here.
What she say?
Secretary minutes for the regular meeting of May 16, 2019. I get a motion for approval.
Shall I make a motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
Those are the corrected ones that he submitted. Second.
Trustee Callwood,
Yes.
Trustee Cohen absent, Trustee Liger,
Yeah.
Trustee Maynard absent, Trustee McDonald.
Same.
What is that?
Here? Here.
Yeah.
Abstain.
Only says in.
Abstain. Trustee Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Connor.
Yes.
Chair 4 yes, 2 absent, 1 abstain.
All right, the minutes have been approved. Communications and correspondences.
I think there's only one, and I included Act number 8171, which in the document package. It was an act that was approved on the 17th of May, and it reads as follows. An act amending section 13 of Act number 7261 to increase the annual appropriation from the Internal Revenue Matching Fund to the Government Employees Retirement System from $7 million to $10 million, and to allocate 40% of the appropriations to pay outstanding employee contributions and 60% as direct contributions. Be enacted by the Legislature of the Virgin Islands, Section 1A, Section 13 of Act number 7261 is amended by striking $7 million and inserting $10 million in its place. B. Section 13 of Act number 7261, as amended by Act number 8125, is amended by striking for the outstanding employer contributions and inserting in its place 40% of which shall be used for outstanding employer contributions and 60% of which shall be used as direct contributions. Thus passed by the Legislature of the Virgin Islands on May 15, 2019. Witness our hands and seals of the Legislature of the Virgin Islands on the 17th day of May, AD 2019. Nobel E. Francis Jr. President. Alicia V. Brands, Legislative Secretary. Was approved by Albert Bryan Jr. on 29th of day of May 2019.
Any questions, any comments? All right, thank you, sir. Chairperson's report. Good morning again. I received a letter of resignation from Mrs. Nakaya Coley on June 4th. Mrs. Coley has served as the executive assistant to the board for the past 7.5 years. I want it to be known, and on behalf of the board, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation for the efforts and dedication that Mrs. Coley provided in order for the trustees to accomplish our mission. Mrs. Coley's last day of work will be July 5th.
When is that?
Excuse me?
Last day is when?
July 5th. Or for you, 5 July. As you're aware, Mrs. Potter, Vernon Potter, the system's chief executive officer, retired at the end of May. I want to thank Mrs. Clendenet for serving as a host for a farewell reception for Mrs. Potter. The tributes and comments are outstanding. I wish that everyone could have attended to understand how valuable Ms. Potter was to this organization. Recently, GERS has been a major topic on the talk shows and at the legislative hearing. Unfortunately, most individuals making comments on the talk show do not have accurate information. And of course, when a talk show host tells his audience that individuals are free to state their own facts, one should expect inaccurate information. And the recent show there was, and you know, since I'm retired, I have a lot of time to listen to talk shows and look at hearings. And the recent show there was discussion regarding the unfortunate situation in WAPA and the possible loss of monies that had been wired to a vendor. That discussion evolved into, and I quote, the corrupt board members running various agencies, the doctor on the GIS board, whose name I do not know, but the doctor needs to be investigated. And I'm sorry that Dr. Cohen is not here to find out, to tell him that he needs to be careful. And I want to use a quote from Nelson Mandela. Fools multiply when wise men are silent. And I think we need to speak up more often so that this will not continue. At the recent Finance Committee hearing, Senator Jackson again inquired of the budget director if she had been involved in or consulting regarding the sale of Carambola. I have no idea how long it will take for Senator Jackson to recognize that this board really doesn't have to consult members of the legislature before making decisions. Senator Francis also stated as the board, as a plan sponsor, they, meaning the legislature, needed to know how much we were paid for Carambola since the closing the closing occurred on May 31st. Closing has not occurred. Do you know I received a proposal from Dr. Haldine Davies, the VP for Business Development and Innovation at UVI, to provide a leadership development training program and intervention for the system, and this will be discussed in executive session. And I think I will stop there. There are other things that we will discuss in executive session. Right. Administrator's report.
Good morning. On May 20 to the 23rd, I attended CRIS conference in Miami, Florida, along with the governor's delegation. On May 28th, I met with DOP nominee Glendinning and Commissioner of Finance Calwood with regards to separation of NOPAs and GRS issues concerning DOF. On June 4th, I met with AG Dennis Hodge, discussed lease rental, rent, electrical arrearage, Dennis George. On June 4th, I met with AG Dennis George, discussed lease renewal, rent, electrical arrearages, renovation, repairs, rental area, and the case GRS versus Government of the Virgin Islands. On June 4th, I met with Tempe Kelly regarding the AC problems that we're having within the building and the next steps to procure a new system. On June 7th, I attended the St. Thomas ceremony for the Employee of the Year at UVI. St. Thomas employee was Rory Andrews. On June 10th, I presented at a monthly Gruff meeting. On June 11th to the 14th, I attended the 2019 NCPER CEO Pension Summit in Chicago. And on June 25th next week, I was invited to speak at the Democratic Club at the breakfast meeting. In regards to member services, there has been no update on Act 7261 and Act 7128. Refunds since January through May 31 is $3.6 million. The regular, which are non-vested members of the 3.6 is $3.3 million. Retiree applications presently in-house as of June 30th, which will be at the end of the month, 196. The majority of those applications are still in 2018 and 2019. 2018, there are 88 pending out of 404. 2019 thus far out of 120, there are 83 still pending for various reasons. Of the 102 life certificates that we sent out to our members who are out of the U.S., living outside of the U.S., we have received 65 of the 102 were validated. 13 came in with missing documents. 1 was returned for insufficient address, and there were 23 pending response. So therefore, we should have canceled the 23 that were missing, that were did not respond by May 21st. And when we receive a response, then their annuity would be, will continue, or if they're deceased, then we would have to receive a refund from the beneficiaries or their estate.
What's happening? What do you mean by missing documents?
Meaning that maybe a picture ID, it could be document. I don't remember all the documents that are required, but I assume it has to be notarized properly. There has to be some type of photo ID, things like that.
So the annuities have been canceled from those.
For those 23 who didn't respond by May 21st. Now, if they respond after that, I'm not sure. This is a report that I'm getting as of June 19th. So those 23 probably didn't respond as of June 19th. So those annuities should have been canceled, meaning that we have not sent any check out. We'll hold their checks until we receive their response.
Yeah, that's for the 23. But what about the other 13?
We still would have to hold those also.
All right, that's what I want to make sure, right?
Unless it's, I'll have to I cannot, I'm not too sure. I would have to verify that. But I would think that it would also, if the missing documents is not complete, they should stop the check.
Right, they just should.
They should.
Right.
As of June 14, retiree payroll were 8,654 retired members. Dollar amount paid out from October 1, 2018 through June 14, 2019, with pensioners is $177,139,095.67. Number of retirees added to the payroll from October through June 14 is 359. The number of retirees deleted from the payroll same period is 221. Those are our deceased members. Number of retirees added to the payroll for June 15 was 25. Number expected to be placed on the payroll for June 28 is 22. The gross retiree payroll for the 6/14 payroll was $10.3 million. Our loan activity is decreasing, mainly in the active personal loan area. In that those loans have expired, so the units are being decreased. In regards to our infrastructure buildings, the White House, they're inside, they're spending elevator replacement. That quote has been sent out to Otis in San Juan because the elevator has to be replaced. There is a potential tenant that contacted me and has seen the place. I'm supposed to meet with that person this week.
That's other than the legislature.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's referred by the legislature, but it's other than the legislature.
Right.
They are also interested in renting from West Bay, but I don't think, I told them, I directed them to West Bay attorney. We don't have anything to do with the borrower's business. St. Croix Office Complex, repairs were done. Some of the repairs that were done, the fencing still has to be done. The leakage in the facade has been sealed. Water infiltration, there's not an issue as we speak. The request for Pleasant for permitting, we did send a letter to DPNR for them to construct additional storage on the property. That was approved by the Irradian. Did see the drawings, the sketches. Ms. Potter was the one handling that, but we don't have any issues with that. My only concern is we haven't discussed it with them. Been trying to ask the attorneys if they were involved in it, is additional rents, because we have to look at the lease. The lease did speak about additional parking spaces. which we did give up 3 last month, but I don't see anything in the file. Ms. Potter didn't leave anything in our report about any type of discussion on additional rents for the space that they're looking to put up a structure on. But I would think that there should be additional rents. Discuss that with them before we give them the notice to proceed. The annual fire sprinkler inspection will be completed next week, I think on June 28th. Casino Commission, we are have directed the General Counsel to submit a draft to all our tenants, DOP, DOJ, Casino Commission, that they do not have any current lease. St. Thomas Complex, roof repairs have started by custom builders. We do have a lot of issues with the roof. The exterior skin project has not been completed as yet. Hopefully that will be started very shortly before the hurricane season is upon us. And again, the air conditioner problem. Up to yesterday, we did have an issue, and we're going to be putting out an RFP very shortly. We are waiting for the designs that the Radiant has done when the consultants were reviewing the AC problem. The only thing that I was very disturbed about, and it was not myself that was led to believe that we could have still occupied the building while the new air condition system is being installed. That's not true. We would have to vacate the building maybe by sections because everything is on zones. And we were led to believe, and I've said it here publicly, that we could have repaired and while the old one was here working and we're not putting, we can dismantle it. That I was told that's no. Okay? And I was not the only one that didn't. I think legal counsel did, and the same. And I think Ms. Clendinen, we were in a meeting with the same issue. We would have to believe differently. But anyway, we have started looking because it will have to be done by sections. And we don't have enough space in there to move people around. Can disrupt, the disruption would be for like section 3 to 4 months.
Each?
So, yeah, well, it depends on the, I don't know the zones, but based on the discussion with the, Mr. Kelly, the technician, said it would take at least 3 to 4 months to, but then we have to mobilize. I mean, we have to make sure we have the correct internet, hookups and things. We're looking at maybe, we start a preliminary search, probably on Belgian Hill, I think where the telephone company used to be. That may be vacant on that hill. If the White House is vacant, I think they'll have internet hookup. Maybe some people can go there if there's small groups. But we will have to. Also the tenants, that's gonna be a problem. The tenants may have to relocate somehow. Where are we gonna put them? Are we going because we are displacing them, are we going to maybe set up temporary, like the school buildings on the grounds? But these people would also have to order if they seek relocation out of this building. Are we supposed to pay for them? Move their moves? These are the things we have to iron out. I would rather have them maybe put temporary stuff in the parking area. If it's only 3 or 4 months, we can park. There's free parking out there now. But these are the options that we're looking at. But we do have to move out by sections based on the zones. So that is a cost. I don't know when we're going to start it. We were in the preliminary steps. We're trying to get an RFP together to get it out. So I just want to let the board know that this could be an added cost to us and a disruption in some services.
Now you just say you have to put an RFP out
For the purchase of the system.
to replace the system.
Correct, the hardware.
But who told you then that we have to move it?
Well, the technician said if they're working by zone, the people cannot be in that area. Because they have to be busting walls and all of that stuff. You have to move someplace. It has to be done during the day. You just can't, if it's done during the evening, it's gonna take a year. So it has to be done during the day and maybe on weekends or after work, but some of it has to be done during the day. So if that is so, you're gonna be hearing a lot of busting on walls.
Good morning.
There could be a lot of disruption. That's what they said to us. So,
Tell me.
alright.
So Mr. Kelly, the technician, works for whom?
So Kelly works for us, but he cannot respond to the
Is
article.
that the night producer?
But I was just asking because Mr. Kelly's the one who told you about moving, so he
Yeah,
works,
this
he
is
works with
it,
GRS.
because of the
Okay,
zones.
yeah, I was just wondering, because
Because of the, plus we're gonna have to have a crane, then it's gonna have to come.
I know, but you think start at 9:30?
To come and set up.
Yes.
It's gonna be a major, who is this?
Maybe, I don't know. Come and disrupt it.
It's gonna be a major disruption. This is what told to me, we have to sit down again and discuss it. But the preliminary discussion was that there must be there's gonna be a disruption in different sections, maybe 3 to 4 months. And it's done by zones, so it's different sections
3 to 4 months is the totality.
for each. It's for each.
Total.
Totality?
Because 3 to 4 months for 4 zones is a year.
Three to
For 3
four.
zones is a year.
No, I think I gotta go back and check that. I thought it was 3 to 4 months for each area.
But that would be a year.
Okay? I'll have to go back to my notes.
Okay.
Maybe whoever answers the RFP may have a different opinion.
You may,
That's my concern. Okay.
but then they would be most likely coming from Off Island. They gotta mobilize, they gotta bring, that type of thing.
They may do a drop.
We'll see, but I'm just giving you a heads up on that. The rentals, in May, we collected $111,474.21. Total the received for the fiscal year thus far is $1.2 million between rental and electrical. And the arrearages is $192,000. That's mainly Department of Justice. We discussed that with them. Hopefully they'll get back on track. Insurance claims, we have an open project with 130 plus civilian cameras at Haven site, which was approved by the board. We did, gave them a deposit of 50%. So things are moving on. I know that Wycott has an RFP out for the repairs of roofs. Maybe that we can discuss that in executive session. Disaster recovery management has been tasked with coordinating with all agencies to identify disaster recovery projects, define project schedules. To date, their team has identified 9 disaster-related projects assigned to the GRS and has coordinated with Rick O'Brien team to forecast project timelines for each of these projects based on the best information available to their and their expertise. ODR has requested a meeting on Tuesday, June 25th to validate the project schedules before including them in the territory-wide disaster recovery reports that will be seen by the ODR director and governor. Also, the board retreat, we will be reporting on what we have been doing in-house in regards to disaster recovery. Has to do with infrastructure and line of business. IT has been working feverishly. We've been having some issues with our servers and load balance. The quote is expected. We have to order new equipment. The quote is expected within 10 business days. The newly installed APC has malfunctioned. We're having some issue, it appears, with the electrical. Hopefully we will have that corrected shortly. The training at UVL cell for the board and makeup sessions have been completed as of June 14. Also, Mr. Thomas gave me a brief outline of the cloud, where we are with cloud installation. That is on Exhibit B. That will be discussed further in the board retreat, where we are. I think there's one system that is in the cloud right now, is the Time Clock Plus. I'm the only one. However, we plan to put everything into the cloud. Glad to report that we received $200,000 yesterday on Lonesome Dove from the central government in accordance with Act number 7864. That's the first time we have ever received any funds from the Lonesome Dove monies. That's the oil wells that we had, the IRB had, was successful in suing, and they got a claim against the company. The company was turned over to the government. However, there's a significant amount of tax liability, and any amount left over $500,000, some of it should be given to us. Some goes to some senior citizens projects, but we received $200,000 for the first time yesterday. Okay, that ends my report.
Give us a name. Question for the administrator.
I think I have one. Mr. Nibbs, in regards to your, so you did a travel to the States with the governor, and then what was discussed? Was it anything pertaining to GRS and how we could recover monies?
No. That has to do with the Caribbean Hotel Resort Association.
Okay.
The two pieces of properties that we have, vacant
In
properties.
Nollyburg and, okay.
Offered up. The investors will, we let them know that the properties are available and
Okay.
things like that. There was a very good turnout. I think the governor was very well received. The BVI premier was there also, did a very good presentation. So, but there was a session only with the VI government, and it was very crowded, so there's some interest in investment in the USVI.
Okay. Very good. So there is some hope.
Any other questions? Thanks, Mr. Nibbs. Committee reports.
I'll see none. On the Development Committee.
None whatsoever.
Not for the Development Committee. We're not developing anything now.
Medical review. We received one appeal for disability and due to disability. That's it. And that's now pending. The treasurer's report.
Good morning, Board Chair, other trustees. This is the schedule of receipts and disbursements for the month ending May 31st, 2019. Receipts from collections, loan repayment, $1,647,014. Year-to-date, $17,835,200. Rent from tenants / utilities, $95,472. Year-to-date, $1,242,474. Rents from Havenside tenants, $506,582. Year-to-date, $4,171,288. Employer retirement contributions, $7,137,931. Year-to-date, $55,402,071. Employee retirement contributions, $3,915,175. Year-to-date, $31,391,378. Parking facility, $980. Year-to-date, $8,875. Miscellaneous, $889,399. Year-to-date, $29,272,648. Total collections, $14,192,554. Year-to-date, $139,323,934. Disbursements, annuity payments, $21,690,399. Year-to-date, $172,646,497. Administrative expenses, $908,931. Year-to-date, $8,475,570. Personal loans, $3,880. Year-to-date, $280,517. Mortgage loans, $10,591. Year-to-date, $439,085. Retiree loans, $212. Year-to-date, $123,786. There was no auto loan or land loan for the month of May. Year-to-date, auto loans, $128. Year-to-date, land loans, $1,962. Refund of contributions, $1,138,029. Year-to-date, $7,620,095. Allotments to WICO / management fees, nothing for the month of May. Year-to-date, $2,216,293. Total disbursements, $23,752,042. Year-to-date, $191,803,933. Net cash deficit, $9,559,487. Net cash deficit for the year-to-date, $52,480,000. Even. That's end the reading of the report for the month of May.
Okay, ma'am. Trustees, any question? Any comments?
Both.
Go ahead.
It's a statement followed by a question. Same time period last year. So the difference between this year and last year, we have like $1.6 million increase in annuity payments, but we have $2.4 roughly million decrease in contribution. So the rest of the difference are people who left the system. Do we have, because I asked about the people who are leaving, because last year, the difference between last year and this year for the employee contribution is 2.4 mil. That's an employee contribution is 2.4 less than last year.
Correct.
But annuity payment is only at $1.6 million more. So we're looking at, still a large difference between what's going out and what's coming in.
It could be a combination of people leaving the system, and if you're looking at the annuity payments, you have more people that I guess are on the retiree payroll when you compare it to the same time last year.
So that was like $1.6 million more going out.
Correct.
But when we looked at the people who have left, it doesn't equate to what's on the payroll. So I'm looking at how many people actually departed. I know we had asked about the withdrawal, the ones who had left
So if
prior
you look
to
at that, the refund of contributions.
Yes.
That's what I was comparing to. So with that now, it takes our ratio is now under 1.1.
It's
Well,
about the same, 1-to-1.
But
Still-
it's misleading in a way because last year, I think we came in with a big chunk of money. And this year, they kind of caught up, so
Right, that's
that
true
would
too.
be the decrease.
Okay.
You know, it's a combination of things.
Because I'm looking at the employee contributions.
Yes.
So far, so far below last year.
It's late last year, I think Wang Louis paid some of the old.
No, but we're just looking for the month of May, aren't we? Just looking at May itself. I'm looking at May.
If you're looking
18
at
and May
May
19.
alone with the contribution, it's mostly because people are leaving. They are not active members now. They're leaving, so you're gonna get less, and they haven't.
And the reason I'm like, that's a lot of money.
Right, they're not vested in leaving, so they're not
We talked about
retiring.
Yeah,
that the
they
last
had
time,
10
so
years.
so that's why I was looking at that cost factor.
But if you look at the refund of contributions, it is 3 times this fiscal year what it was last fiscal year, right?
Yeah, and double last year this time
Triple.
for the month. No,
Oh, for the-
I
the-
didn't
She's just
compare
looking at the month.
18, May
Okay.
18 and May 19.
It's 3 times
So
for the
it's-
fiscal year.
Saying all of that, and the question, going back to the
Retiring.
No, going back to the administrator's push and the administration's push, again, bringing people back to work is another way that the system needs to be shored up. We have to get more active employees.
Yes.
That's what we need to, because they talk about putting people back to work, and the former administration had promised a certain amount of employees. This new administration has talked about increasing the employee pool, but it's not it.
Well, all of this could be discussed in the retreat, but it's a combination too, because just bringing people back, we need money to invest.
Well, that's true, but I'm just
Because
looking at
bringing
what,
people back and just
But
gonna
we're
be pay as you
depleting,
pay as
yes.
you go when it comes to 2023, so
Yep.
you need to have a large infusion to invest the monies, to catch up for at least a good 10 years, you know. But you're correct. I mean, right now it's about 8,600 retirees. I think the last time I looked at active it was about 86 around there. It went down from 9 to about 1,000.
and I got 30 something coming your way.
Huh?
I got 30 something coming your way.
We have 35 right now in GRS that can leave today.
No, I'm talking about.
I'm just saying,
I'm
it's a
talking
lot,
about
it's a lot of,
I'm talking about who have.
it's a lot of people who are not vested. We can be hurt
You
too.
can't get them wrong.
We can be hurt. I mean, you saw Miss Cooley left. I mean, we have had since the hurricane, people who are not vested are left. And the thing is that what bothers me is we training them. We're spending a lot of money training. Gave them degrees and we train them, And I just gotta wish them well. I guess if I was in the same boat and don't know what chair's gonna hold for me,
Yep.
probably do the same thing. They're young, so maybe they can start over. Because we're not getting any indication from the grant sponsor. It looks like GRS is the one that is really pushing the ball, moving this. Okay?
Gotta do what we have to do.
Since you mentioned that, I need a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Yeah.
Then I'll ask Mr. Nims a question.
Mr. Chair, I move that we accept the treasurer's report for period ending May 31st.
Second.
Trustee Carwood,
Yes.
trustee Cohen absent, trustee Liger,
Yeah.
trustee Maynard absent, trustee McDonald,
Yeah.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
chairman Calendar,
Yes.
5 yes, 2 absent.
Thank you. Since you mentioned the retreat, are the members of the legislature going to be invited?
I didn't,
You did not.
not yet, because the plan is with a white paper, which is rocky. I don't know by tomorrow I'll see it. We want to just discuss it with the governor since he asked for it. And then between now and September, we want to include all the stakeholders, which will include the legislature, the Congress, the delegate to Congress, maybe retiree groups, to understand what we're trying to do. But as of, I don't know if you want to invite and let me know, but
Well, the senator approached me and asked me whether or not they would be invited, yes. Because they had something that they would like to discuss, they need to get more information from us. I don't know what more they can get, but
If what day are they available? We have it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't want to be there when the governor is there. We can probably from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock that afternoon, we can accommodate.
yes, put them in and then.
I'll have it extended and you will respond to it. I don't know who the person is, but you can respond to
I can
it.
tell you who it is.
Huh?
I can tell you who it is.
Who is it?
Oh God, that would make me fool now. Senator Thomas. Thomas?
Thomas? Who does Bobby Thomas?
Bobby, what's his name?
Othniel.
Up there, yes. Up there, Thomas, yes. I'm listening to
So
the
then,
board.
should I invite everyone or just him?
No, you gotta send it to
No.
everybody. You have to send it to everybody.
Everybody, yes.
Okay.
And the board is gonna have an opportunity to see this white paper before it's sent to the
Well, we're
governor,
gonna,
right?
Rocky's supposed to send us a copy like tomorrow. I'll share it with the board, yes.
Yeah, we definitely need to see it, so.
Yeah. Not gonna be sharing with the governor until I probably, maybe, just before, after the board sees it,
Right.
just before. Because he requested it. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. You mean the white paper?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was it the intent that the white paper will be discussed with the governor at the retreat?
The governor constantly asked about the white paper. Rocky and I decided to invite him to look at the white paper, the retreat, so he's gonna ask a lot of questions. It's just knowing the white paper, I think we need to let him know about the actuarial valuation at once. Because he's the one that requested the white paper.
Right.
So he knows what he's coming for. He's coming for us to give him some type of indication as to the white paper. It is, but I would recommend that we give it to him before he comes to the so he can have to ask questions. But I think what Rocky, he needs to share with him too. He's not going to be there for the actuarial valuation on Wednesday, but we should share him the copy that is presented to the board, so he may ask questions about that because all of it is interrelated.
Okay. Okay. Henderson, Investment Officers Report.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, other trustees. This is an update on the performance for the month of May 2019 of the investment fund. The total plan return negative 0.9% for the month, but outperformed its benchmark by 270 basis points. Total equity is negative 6.7% return, underperformed its benchmark by 20 basis points. Total fixed income is 1.3% return, underperformed its benchmark by 50 basis points. And total alternatives negative 1.6% return, outperformed its benchmark by 450 basis points. It pertains to cash flow activity for the month of May. We ended the month at approximately $632 million. We raised no funds in the month of May. We do have plans to raise $35 million in the month of June in accordance with our DDA and the sources and uses projections. So we're going to source $21 million from the Russell Mid-Cap. We plan to source $14 million from the Russell 1000 Growth. So the beginning of the month, the beginning market value was $658 million. We had a net cash flow of about $20 million out of the fund. That was with cash withdrawn to pay benefits and expenses. We had income of about $1 million. We had a loss of approximately $7 million, thus ending coming up with the ending market value of $632 million at the end of the month of May. As it pertains to investment management, custodian and consulting fees, we paid $54,000 for the month. That was predominantly investment management fees for Brandywine. Year to date, we've paid $371,000, and physical year to date, we've paid $575,000. Pertains to securities lending, month to date, we've got dollars year to date, $1,700, and fiscal year to date, $3,000. Mr. Chair, that completes my report for the month.
You, sir. Any questions from Mr. Henderson?
No, that's how the portfolio is getting lower and lower.
Mr. Liggett texted me and said a retiree came to hear comments regarding insurance. I don't know if that's the lady that came in. Mr. Liggett, she's still there?
One left?
She stepped outside. Let me see if she's still there. 1 second.
I don't know if you want to entertain her.
Yeah, plenty of time.
I don't know what insurance she's.
I know. Probably health
Health
insurance,
insurance is
yes.
not our.
Right.
Mr. Henderson, in regards, we only have how many managers as is now?
So we currently have 4 managers, so we have BlackRock, Q Capital, Brandywine, and Mesereau on the roster.
I'm sorry, we have BlackRock.
I'm sorry, BlackRock, Q Capital, Brandywine, Mesereau on the roster.
And you're getting all the information from BlackRock as we speak?
You know here before, Mr. Nips. She left.
She left. Well, you didn't recognize her when she came in. All right, thank you. Any other comments or questions? Just before we go into executive session.
No, none? No?
No, nothing? Okay. And this portion of the meeting will be closed to the public for matters pertaining to trade secrets or financial or commercial information. Need a motion?
So move.
Roll
To
call.
move.
Second.
The second?
Wait, wait,
Trustee Colwood,
Yes.
trustee Cohen absent, trustee Liger,
Yeah.
trustee Maynard absent, trustee McDonald,
Yeah.
trustee Smith,
yes.
chairman Calendar.
Yes.
Chair, 5, yes, 2 absent.
So then, any portion of the retreat be open to the public?
No.
No.
No, it's a confusion.
I mean, unless you, unless the board.
Are you going on?
No, just a question, it's not intended,
Yes, spatula.
usually it's not.
The same that
All right, thank you all for,
Thank you.
here you go.
For personal matters? For personal matters we have.
Yes, thank you.